Hello and welcome to my presentation on the consequences of the California Gold Rush. The finding of gold in California around 1848 was like gasoline set on fire at a time when restless Americans were already longing to migrate west. Emigrants traveling the California Trail flooded into the Sierra Nevada range by the hundreds within a year of its discovery. Many people had already arrived in California or Oregon, heading straight towards the western Sierras. President James Polk did not confirm the findings to Congress until December 1848, which meant it was too late to start a voyage to the States. However, by the spring of 1849, the biggest exodus in American history, 25,000 people in that year alone, had begun. The conditions were difficult at best, and many animals were lost along the route. As the journey progressed, grass and clean water became scarce, and diseases like cholera didn't make matters any better. The gold rush created a lasting impact by providing significant industrial and agricultural development and helped shape California's development by encouraging its economic growth and facilitating its transition to statehood. The gold rush had other huge consequences towards California's landscape. Rivers were dammed or became congested with sediment. Forests were lost to the surface because the high demand at this time, and the land was demonstrating all greed of those who enjoyed the environment around them, all in pursuit of gold, caused a huge toll towards California's wildlife and landscape. This occurrence ties into the debate and diplomacy topic by showing how the government had failed their people so harshly they caused not only the residents of formerly sunny California to suffer, but its wildlife and environment as well, all because of the lack of diplomacy in their administration. These photos are some of many included in this collection of photos of the landscape of California after the gold rush. I have found these photographs to be very informative to physically describing the majorly destructive aftermath of the California gold rush. Forests, lakes, and riverbeds were clogged with sediment. The normal food chain was disturbed by removing the habitat of some of the smallest stream creatures, resulting in enormous fish population losses and caused soil to become less fertile, all due to high demand for gold. The native Californian genocide was one of the worst effects following the California gold rush, causing an estimated amount of around 10,000 to 20,000 deaths, only getting increasingly worse with the gold rush, causing a majority of the natives to stay on reservations with no access whatsoever to their previous homelands. By the year of 1870, there was only an estimated amount of around 30,000 native Californians left to remain in the entire state of California. More than 500 tribes resided in this area, each with their own distinct culture. Some native Californian tribes, such as the Pomo, who resided near the northern coast and fashioned their dwellings made out of redwood tree bark slabs, the Miwok of the mountains, who built cone-shaped bark dwellings, while the Maidu of the valleys built spherical earthen huts. The Chumash created circular frameworks out of wooden poles in the south, covering them with grass and marsh plants. Many tribes camped in makeshift brush huts during the summer while moving around to gather and hunt fruits and vegetables and food to eat. When gold was discovered in 1848 in Coloma, California, thousands of settlers rushed onto tribal lands, pushing out a majority of the native people. By the late 1800s, the U.S. government had forced the Native Americans to live only on small pieces of land called reservations. Many tribal members still live on reservations to this day, where they express their heritage while living a modern life. Mercury has been used to harvest gold for ages as a cheap and simple method. Miners start the process by pumping water and sediment from a riverbed into a trough, where the sediment can be suspended in a slurry. This is known as hydraulic mining. Afterwards, they add mercury, which reacts with the gold particles to make an amalgam. Because amalgam balls are heavier than pure gold, they settle to the bottom of buckets or holding ponds where they can be collected. Finally, employees burnt off the mercury with a hand torch or a primitive stove, leaving behind gold metal. This way of harvesting gold was not beneficial to the environment or to us as humans. Extended exposure to mercury can cause mercury poisoning and can damage kidneys, impair hearing, vision, and balance. In extreme situations, it can cause people to become comatose or even claim lives. In conclusion, my thesis that the California gold rush impacted California's environment and population severely was proven by the genocide of the native Californians, the severe loss of animal population, and the fatal mercury mining goes to show how the gold rush negatively impacted California as a state. Thank you all so much for watching my presentation on the California Gold Rush. I hope you all enjoyed it.